Cowboys take. Before I get started, I gotta say, yeah, here we go. I know you heard that. You might be getting tired of hearing that, but I'm gonna say it because that's Dak Prescott. Before we get started, like and subscribe, comment, and help us beat the algorithms. Let's get going. We'll get in a little bit about the Seahawks and the Eagles because we've been on a hiatus. We haven't done a show in a while. When I say we, it's just me here today. Solo Delo, my guys. They're not here today. That's just it. So Solo Dolo today. We're going to get into a little bit of the Seahawks and Eagles, but mainly I'm not going to talk about the games because we already saw the games, and I'm sure you've already seen tons of shows already talking about the games and how the Eagles lost, we whooped their ass, and 3 turnovers on defense, and Dak balling out, and CD, and we got to give Mike McCarthy some credit though. Got to give him some credit because the beginning of the season, I was telling my boy Leecher Libre Oy, that's always in the show, but I was telling him, look, he was questioning me, hey, I'm not doing so well. Mike McCarthy and Kellen Marshall, but no. Texas Cole's offense, we're barely learning it. It's going to take a while to gel. And now we're gelling. Texas Cole's offense. And you got to give Mike McCarthy some credit for what he's been doing. But anyways, let's get into it. I got some videos here that I want to share. And this is mainly a you look foolish video brought to you by Dallas Cowboys. You look foolish to these people that I'm going to show right now. Keyshawn Johnson, Richard Sherman, Chris Broussard, which is really a basketball guy, but he's talking football. Jaden McCoy, Joy Taylor, and I'm not even going to mention someone like Stephen A. or Shannon Sharp, the biggest Cowboy haters of all time. Although Richard Sherman is giving them a run for the money as one of the biggest Cowboy haters of all time, which is crazy because he's a big time Niner fan now, and I understand he played for them, but he was a Seahawk and he hated the Niners, and I get it. He says, "Well, I'm a Niner fan now because they paid my bills." I get it, but once you're a diehard fan, how could I don't know? Maybe if I was making that money, somebody was paying me, maybe I would be a fan of theirs as well. But he's like too much, on their jock, on their knee, on his, whatever. I don't want to. I just don't get it. But we're gonna get into some videos. Let's see what video we're gonna get into first. Have them set right here, and I guess I'll have to just get into it as they start talking. But I think the first one is Richard Sherman looking foolish, saying that CeeDee Lamb is not a number 1 receiver. But thank you for that, Richard, because now he's a bona fide number 1. He's top 3. And we always knew he was number 1, but now he's elite. Thanks to you. Appreciate it, boy. Appreciate that shit. Love it. But here we go. Check this out.
Not watching it.
So I'm going to rewind it because obviously I've already been playing it, but this is what he said.
CeeDee Lamb was all too quiet Sunday night, just 5 targets, 4 catches, 49 yards. He voiced his frustration after the game. To that point, has CeeDee been overrated?
If you think he's a bona fide, line up out there 1, then yeah, that's overrated because
and I do.
There are number 1s in the league. So you're saying he's in a conversation with Justin Jefferson, Tyreek Hill, Devontae Adams, Jamar Chase, Stephon Diggs, A.J. Brown, Cooper Kupp, Debo Samuel, Terry McLaurin, and Mike Evans. You're saying he's in that conversation?
Yes, then, in the conversation.
Then you're not watching it.
Foolish. Richard Sherman, from Professor Clump. Sherman, you look foolish right now. You look foolish, but it's okay. We all make mistakes. The thing is, what do you do after those mistakes? But as you can see in this video, you keep making the same mistakes and doubting my voice. Let's get into it. Like, let's dive in. How about that? Let's dive in. Here we go. I probably got to stop saying that. Let's get to the next one. And this is Keyshawn. This is Sherman saying we're pretenders. And Keyshawn, I'll get into it. Let me just get into it.
Playoffs of falling into the last seed.
So I'm going to rewind
The difference between the San Francisco 49ers and the Dallas Cowboys. One is a true contender. One is a pretender.
There's a fact that I can promise you. They ain't going to win the damn division. I can promise you that.
Maybe not, but right there.
He is deer in headlights.
And this is I just wanted to add this because Skip is a diehard Cowboy fan, but talking shit on your quarterback, I get it. We get into our emotions a little bit. You get into your feelings, but you act like Dak has been terrible. Dak has been pretty good for his career. He hasn't won the game in the playoffs, but to just discard him like that, want to get rid of him? Come on, dude.
I know what he is, but most of all, I know what he's not. And I've been saying it for year after year after year. And now I'm done with Dak Prescott.
Terrible. Done with it. How do you feel about that now, Skip? You look foolish, too. I had to throw you in there. Sorry. I had to throw you in there. Here's Keyshawn looking foolish.
You do realize they got the Chargers, who's coming off a bye, who'll be well rested with a big old tall drink of water at quarterback. Then you get a bye, and you got the Rams at home. Then you get against Jalen Hurts and those Philadelphia Eagles. Ooh, Lord have mercy. So when you start to look at that, you have to admit, Skip, this may be exactly what Keyshawn Johnson was saying. We may wind up possibly missing the playoffs or falling into the last seed. You have to admit that.
This guy looks foolish because you're possibly missing the playoffs and we're contending for the #1 seed. Good job, Keyshawn. Good job. But I love it. Give me content for the show. I love it. I love it. The next one is.
Because Dallas doesn't beat any teams over 500. Skip, I'm sorry. That's just who they are, and that's who they have been. It's going to be 24-21. Seattle.
It's important to remember one thing. You're wrong. Here's why.
So that was a question was a prediction who's going to win the game, Seattle or Dallas. And his reasoning was because we haven't beat anybody over 500. That was his conclusion to the whole damn thing. But it's crazy because we did, and when we did, it was like, not a big deal. It's just a Seahawks. But the week before, Eagles beat the Bills in overtime with the exact same record as the Seahawks, and they beat them. It was a big deal. Eagles look at them; they can win close games, and they're congratulations. And the Cowboys did, but it was the Seahawks. Yeah, but you barely beat. We beat them in regulation. Took the Eagles to beat the Bills in over. They had to beat them in overtime, but the two wins aren't equal, right? They're different. Ours is less valuable than theirs. Yeah. Okay, get it. Moving on.
Who I think is going to win, I think it's going to be the Philadelphia Eagles. And I think that they win this football game 35-22.
A few moments later.
Good. Y'all good.
They were dynamic. The defense got pressure, but they did play really well. And they did not give up a touchdown in the entire game. They played as well as they could be expected.
Oh, boy, oh, boy, oh, boy. Keyshawn looking foolish again. I get it. We all make mistakes, like I said. But you're making too many of them. You keep on making the same mistakes over and over and over again. It's crazy because before the game, Seahawks and Eagles, it was, you guys are pretenders. You haven't beat anybody with a winning record. You're not that good. You're playing your ham and eggers, right? And then now it's a little backtracking. Y'all good. Y'all good. We tried to tell you that before, but you weren't listening because you're such Cowboy haters. I know we're polarizing. America's team, I get it. I understand that. But you got to be realistic sometimes. You saw how we played the Eagles over there at the link, and we lost. Schoonamaker gets his ball over the end zone. Dak doesn't go out of bounds. So we might have won that game, so we lost by 5 points in their house. Eagles have been the whole season have been winning games, but by the skin of their teeth. Barely beat Washington twice. Barely beat the Patriots first game of the season. Lost to the Jets. Obviously got spanked by the Niners, but everybody does. Beat the Bills, and Bills should have won overtime. Allen doesn't throw a different direction to his receiver. I can't remember his name right now. If Mahomes throws that bomb and he drops it in the end zone, they went. So you guys are skating. You guys are skating on thin ice. And then experts, so-called experts, Keyshawn and Sherm, you should have known that. I'm going to our house. We won 14 straight. That it was going to be this way. But you guys are going to learn You guys are going to learn one of these days. But let's get into Mr. Chris Broussard, which is the basketball guy, not a football guy, but let's get into him.
Philly. All right, I got them going into Dallas, making a lunch, and sitting down and watching.
Trying to be funny.
In Dallas's building. The worst thing that happened for Dallas in the past week and a half was Philadelphia getting pummeled by San Francisco.
Know about that.
I think they are going out there with the vengeance. I got Philly winning this game. I definitely trust Philadelphia and their offense and Jalen Hurts more than I trust Dak.
Yeah.
A few moments later.
Cowboys to lose. I was wrong about that.
You don't say.
Like any good teacher, I'm not afraid to admit when I'm wrong, all right? They went out there and they held the 6th highest scoring offense to no touchdowns.
You don't say, huh, Chris? You don't say.
That's impressive.
I appreciate that. Thank you. It's very impressive. Appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you so much. And then we start to get into maybe the one of the biggest Cowboy haters of all time, Shady McCoy and Joy Taylor, which sometimes I don't think she knows. He's a professional football player. Sometimes he just says the stupidest things like, I need Dak to throw an interception or turnover to see if he's really that good, which doesn't make any freaking sense at all. But let's get into Shady McCoy, Mr. Cowboy hater. About him and Stephen A are like neck and neck to being a Cowboy hater. But let's get into it.
Or Dak Prescott, we talking quarterbacks.
We've already watched these two teams match up. And who won? Who played at a higher level and lost? I'm going with Jalen Hurts.
Would you rather have Hurts or Dak on Sunday?
I'm going to go with Hurts. I think when it comes to big moments, right, he shows up. Clutch moments, he shows up.
Yeah.
A few moments later.
Looking foolish. Both of you looking foolish. But that's on a daily basis. I've seen clips of you. I don't really watch your show because I'm at work or whatever. But when I see your clips, you guys look foolish. Joy Taylor especially. Look, you're backpedaling right now. You're backpedaling big time. You try to make up for it. Because this...
What? It's only right I say it again. Ass. He's not that good. I said it before. He's above average quarterback. Everybody loves to hype him up.
A few moments later.
Playing extremely well. He's having a phenomenal year so far. Now he's an elite. So one thing that James did say, when you watch him, he make the game look easy. He's playing the best football for more than anybody else right now. I can say that, right? It takes some time to come out because it's tough.
So Dak has been playing great football, the best football of his career. But since we've really started to pay attention to who should be the MVP this year, Dak has been playing the best. He's been checking things off the list to confirm that he is not only the best in the division right now, but also the best in the league at the quarterback position.
Dak is ass. He's trash. Dak is MVP right now. How foolish do you look? Don't let your feelings, don't get into your feelings. Don't let your feelings for a team, your hatred for a team, blindfold you from what's really going on. And what's gone on in the past years. Dak has never been ass. He's never been trash. He's been a good quarterback. He's been really good this year because the new offense, no more Kellen Moore. I never liked Kellen Moore. And now you see what's going on in LA with the Chargers. Superchargers. Not so super right now. Kellen Moore, he was the problem. Mike McCarthy, and the system is catered to Dak, right? Once you get him in the good system, look how good he's doing. So, Shady and Joy, you look very foolish right now. You need to learn from your mistakes. All you guys need to learn from your mistakes. Am I lying? Am I lying? He ain't lying. Am I lying? I'm not lying. Learn from your mistakes. Mind your P's and Q's. Watch the game and enjoy and have a reasonable take on the Cowboys and Dak Prescott and whatnot. All right. Get in the right system. It works for you. Brock Purdy. Is he top tier quarterback? Not in my opinion. He's a product of the system. But the system works for him. Looking really good. Right? I wouldn't mind if he won the MVP. I want Dak to win it, but guess what? Brock Purdy wins MVP. You got to think ahead. You have 2-3 steps there. You got to think chess. Brock Purdy wins MVP. He's going to want a mega deal when his contract is up. Give it to him. That way Niners don't have a whole lot of money to spend on other players or retain other players. Dak is MVP. Gonna want a lot of money. And we got to pay CeeDee Lamb. We still got to pay Micah. So it ain't a bad thing if Dak doesn't win MVP. Don't get me wrong. I want Dak to win MVP. But it's not a bad thing if he doesn't. You got to think forward. You got to think ahead. It's chess, not checkers. Dallas Cowboys take. I hope you like this collage of all these haters and how foolish they look and how stupid they look. And as we go further and these people continue to look foolish and act stupid, I'm going to do some more collages. I'm going to do some more videos of this. I didn't get into the games today because you guys have already heard so much about the games and what we did right and what we did wrong. But let me tell you right now, MVP of the season right now, besides that, that's obvious, Micah, Aubrey, our kicker, right? Knock on wood. Guy's the man. Who would have thunk it? Got to give Jared credit. Got to give Jared McCarthy credit for that. They saw it at the beginning of the season. We're like, we don't have a kicker. We're in trouble. He misses the first PAT of the season. We're like, oh, shit, we're doomed. See, even us look foolish. Even we look foolish sometimes. You got to chill, man. Got to be patient. Got to be patient. Anyways, Dallas Cowboys take like, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff. We got to help. We got to beat the algorithms. Let's see. We might come up with another video to give our predictions, but I'm thinking I don't want to because during the season when we gave our predictions, like the Niners and the Eagles, first Eagles game and the Cardinals, we lost. So I'm a superstitious guy, so I don't know if we're gonna do our predictions, but we'll come with the video after the Buffalo Bills game. Hopefully beat the Bills. Go boys. I think we can beat them. And we'll get into playoff scenarios and seeding scenarios after this week, because I think this week is the biggest week besides last week. Because if we beat the Bills and the Eagles lose to the Seahawks, it looks really promising for us, but we'll get into that next week. Dallas Cowboys take. Thank you for watching. Go boys.
Good. Y'all good. Y'all good. Y'all good.
How about them Cowboys?